There's a lot to talk about. Let's talk about the North Carolina Tar Heels. Bill Belichick, 6-time Super
Oh
Bowl
my!
winner.
You can't. Let's go fast. Let's go to the number one story in the conference.
We know nothing. We know nothing about their personnel. They're overhauled on defense completely. His son Steven's going to be the defensive coordinator. On the offensive side, you lose Omarion Hampton at running back. You lose Tez Walker at wide receiver. I think Kobe Paysor could actually have a great year if the right person's throwing him the football. He could be their anchor as a pass catcher. Remember, he missed all of last season with an injury. Mm-hmm. He'll be back for him in the wide receiver room. The offensive line really actually does return quite a bit. Who's the quarterback? You going Gio Lopez from South Alabama or Max Johnson, who got hurt week 1? I think it's Gio Lopez, but that's just because his name is dope.
It's a pretty dope name, and I think you can relate, obviously. I think it will be Max because he feels more like a Belichick quarterback.
Fair.
But, like, we don't know.
Very fair.
We don't know our left from our right when it comes to North Carolina. Like, there's so much that could happen, that could not happen. I remember after he was hired, we went down to the Duke's Mayo Bowl in Charlotte, and I asked so many people that were there that either covered the ACC at large or covered North Carolina specifically, like, what do you make of this? And the overwhelming answer was a disaster waiting to happen. I think the Belichick hire was a very desperate move by a very desperate program that's for some reason trying to become a football powerhouse, even though we know they're not going to be a football powerhouse. And then Belichick comes with his own set of weird things happening off the field, and it's like so many distractions, so much hoopla. I don't see it working out. It could be a similar situation to what we saw with Dion 2 years ago, where, like, okay, we just beat TCU in week 1 in front of a national audience. Funny how TCU always finds itself in this position. We just beat TCU week 1 in front of a national audience. Maybe we're going to be good this year, and they wind up winning like 4 games. The only thing I can hang my hat on is that Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick at the end of the day, and they've completely overhauled their defense. And if Belichick can get the most out of the guys that he brought in, awesome. And Lombardi is their general manager. So, like, these are guys with NFL experience. They want to be an NFL factory or like an NFL program at the college level.
I like that.
Which could
that
either
should help in recruiting.
It could either work or it could be a disaster. And so I just don't know.
I understand why Carolina bit at that philosophy. I just don't know if he's going to be there long enough to see it play out. Their schedule isn't terribly daunting. I mean,
it's actually really easy.
You could make some noise week 1 against TCU, which, don't forget, like, TCU is kind of back. Like, they stumbled the year after they got destroyed by Georgia in the national championship. Last year, they went 9-4 when it was all said and done after the bowl game. Like, they were kind of back into form a little bit. Carolina's going to play Clemson, and then they're going to avoid Georgia Tech, avoid Miami, avoid Louisville, no Florida State, no SMU. You pretty much play Clemson and the bottom of the ACC.
It's manageable.
They play Syracuse. That's a loss. It's so orange.
It's manageable. In the same way Florida State was manageable last year. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
I don't know.
I honestly feel like it's a disaster waiting to happen. I hope it's not, because I'm not rooting against anybody in this story. I just think there's so much weird stuff happening at Carolina right now. I can't sit here and comfortably say, yep, that team's going to win 8 games. I think it's 5-7, 6-6 waiting to happen. Because I also think that the roster is not much to look at.
Yeah.
So
I have them at 6-6. Yeah. That's a bowl game under Belichick. Like, I think you take that.
Bill Belichick coaching at Fenway Park. Yeah, speaking of Boston.
Yeah.